Gilbert Dumotier, Marquis de Lafayette, volunteered at the age of 19 to fight in the US War of Independence. He returned to France as the standard bearer of constitutional reform and helped persuade King Louis XVI to sign a constitution and the Declaration of Rights of Man and of the Citizen that Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson had drafted. As Captain General of the National Guard, Lafayette organized the mass celebrations of the Fête de la Fédération on July 14, 1790, and took the solemn civic oath to be ever faithful to the nation, to the law, and to the king, to support with our utmost power the constitution decreed by the National Assembly and accepted by the king. He could easily have seized supreme power then, as did General Bonaparte 9 years later. But true to his oath and to his ideal of constitutional government achieved by legitimate means, he refused to do so. Lafayette had two other opportunities to take hold of the reins of government in France. In the last days of Napoleon's reign in July 1815, when he was instrumental in forcing the emperor's abdication, and 15 years later, when another French Revolution ousted the last Bourbon king and was ready to proclaim the hero of two worlds, French ruler. Steadfast in his belief that true moderation consists, not as many people seem to think, in always seeking the middle point between any 2 points, but in trying to recognize the point of truth and holding on to it, he again refused to accept such an unconstitutional grant of power. He remained true to the end to his belief in legitimate, constitutional governments and free political institutions. Lafayette was also persuaded that true freedom and liberty could not be achieved in just one country or for one group of people, but only for all nations and all races. He continued to struggle in France for freedom as he did in the New World, and provided assistance to Italian, Polish, and Greek independence movements. He also tried to persuade successive US presidents to emancipate all slaves, and supported abolitionist movements in Europe and the Americas. These are the twin pillars of Lafayette's Gambit: constitutional, legitimate government based on the values of liberty, equality, and fraternity, and the logical necessity of struggling for this ideal not only for one nation, but across borders for all peoples and races.